Check 1 2, check 1 2, mic check, hey hey, test test, 1 2 3, mic check go, mic check 1 2, mic check, hey hey, ABC, test test, check 1 2, mic check 3, mic check 4. Sick guys. As your Omaha Mavericks face off with a familiar foe, the Kansas Jayhawks. Welcome in, everybody. And alongside Caden McDermott and Matt McFadden, our producers, I'm Nate Obrecht, here with you for another iteration of ACHA Hockey After Dark for the Mavericks before they head into a 2-week break for Thanksgiving. This 2-game set with Kansas marks the 7th and 8th time the Jayhawks and Mavericks have met and stands as the penultimate home series for Omaha, who currently holds a record of 6-7-1. For Kansas on the other side, it was a struggle to begin the season, as they lost 6 straight to start the year, but the Jayhawks have won 5 of their last 6, en route to a 5-9 record. Speaking of Kansas, here's the starting lineup for head coach Andy McConnell's Jayhawks. In net, the freshman out of Monument, Colorado, it's Duke Bryson. Bryson standing 5'10", weighing 185. Out in front of him on defense, it's Zach Roberts, the junior out of Orleans, Massachusetts. And to his right, Blake Hearn, the Bill out of Orchard Park, New York. Up on the wing, it's Tyler Nelson, one of the top players in the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Conference. Centering the top line for the Jayhawks is a freshman out of Columbia, Illinois, Gavin Davis. And filling out the starting 5 for KU is another freshman, Nick Woolington, out of Gardner, Kansas, and the Wichita Junior, and the Kansas City Stars, For Omaha, it's their senior veteran, Kyle Wernley, out of La Vista. He'll be between the pipes. Out in front of him, the captain, Troy Hunsaker. Hunsaker, a junior out of Bellevue, Nebraska, got started by playing roller hockey down there in Nebraska's first city. On his right, Ben Barnes, and we'll get you the rest of the Maverick lineup right after David Olson's national anthem here at Holland Ice. David Olson on the anthem. And now back to the Maverick lineup. It's Hunsaker, the captain, and Barnes on defense. Troy Hunsaker out of Bellevue, Ben Barnes right here in Omaha. Up on the right wing and getting his first start as a forward, it's Camden Fories. Fories has played 15 games, all 15 of them on defense, with the exclusion of last week's Sunday matinee matchup with East Texas Baptist, where he was forced by injuries to play forward. Coach Harrihill must have liked what he's seen, because Fories is back there out on the right wing. He will be centered by Chase Mann, back for the first time after sustaining an elbow injury in the Drury series. On the left wing for Omaha, another freshman, Charlie Shea. Shea out of Kearney, Nebraska, about 2 hours and 45 minutes west of here, coming up to play the Kansas Jayhawks. So Omaha, set to go on Holland Ice here at Baxter Arena in their home white uniforms, black stripes with crimson flanks on the sleeves, sides, and socks. On the opposite side, Kansas in their royal blue roads. Kansas racing diagonally down the chest, Ranger-style breezers and stripes along the sleeves and shins. Set to go with a face-off, and Omaha wins this back. Barnes getting his first start and first action since all the way back on September the 27th. As Barnes dumps that one down low, Kansas tried to bring it back out from right to left. Hunsker gets it and flicks it back down. Omaha tracking from left to right on your screen on YouTube. Chase Mann picks that puck up behind the net, gives it out to Shea in front, and it's a shot off the crossbar. Didn't even test Bryson as Kansas takes it back the other way. Up with it, Tyler Nelson usually wears number 3, wearing 16 because he left his jersey in Lawrence. Pass down low, shot off the shin pads of Barnes. He plays it down into the corner. It's picked up by Mann, giving it to Fories. It goes off a shin pad and is cleared to neutral ice. KU, as we mentioned, 5-9-1 on a bit of a hot streak, winning 5 of their last 6 games. On the other side, Omaha in a significant slump, trying to bust out of that with 2 huge conference games this weekend. Now it's Cassiopo on the drive, and a save by Bryson. Up along the near side wall, Kansas takes possession in the neutral zone, picked up by John Feeney. He dumps it down below the red line where Omaha gains possession. Trying to break the puck out. It was tipped once, and now KU takes over at center ice. Feeney gives to Brett Siddons, playing on a line with his younger brother Aiden tonight. It's intercepted. Connor Dahl dumps that one back in for the Mavericks. Cassiopo from a sharp angle takes a shot and an easy pad save by Bryson. Down below the red line, a Maverick was taken out, and Siddons, Brett Siddons that is, comes back up with it the other way for Kansas. Along the near side wall, now curls behind the net, looking for a pass. Skates into the slot before giving it to the point. A quick shot, and that one right in the breadbasket of Wernley, who holds on for a save 2 minutes and 7 seconds into the contest. The faceoff comes to the right of the senior netminder, one of 3 Mavericks to wear a C on his left chest. That's Kyle Wernley, Troy Hunsaker on defense, and Logan Mercier up on the forward position. Kansas gains possession of that puck just momentarily before Omaha sweeps it back out of its own zone. Dumped back down quickly by Caleb Dussault. Omaha takes possession in its own end. Chase Mann out with it. Tried to make a move around a defender, but staying home was Breyer, and he intercepts the shift. It's dumped back in by Kansas. Rings along the near side. Big hit along the wall from Fories, and it frees the puck up to Shea in the neutral zone. Shea, 1-on-3 against the Kansas defense. Takes a shot. That one goes wide left of Bryson. Pressure on the near side wall from Andrew Kozel. Missed all of last weekend as the Mavericks were down to just 13 skaters. Back behind the net. Kozel leaks it out for Kane. A shot. That one tipped out in front by Dussault. Played into the corner where Kozel collects once more. Down low to Kane. Holds. He's got Mercier and Despirito at the point. He gives it to him with a drive, and that one goes wide of the cage. Back out. The Mavericks still with possession. Colton Kane holds. Now from the hash marks. Takes a shot. It was deflected. Never got to Bryson, and Kansas is able to clear their own zone. Mason Beth sends that one up to Logan Mercier. He steers one towards Bryson, who deflects it up towards the glass and then catches it on the ricochet, holding for a whistle with 16:25 to play in the opening frame. Duke Bryson picked up his first career win over Arkansas earlier this month. He started just 4 games, this being his 5th for the Jayhawks. As Kansas clears all the way down, Omaha has to go back and collect it deep in their own end. Mercier couldn't get it out. It's dumped back in by Blake Hearn. Omaha tries the far side. Kansas there at the point again. Good intercept from Caleb Williams. He flicks it all the way up to a streaking Andrew Kozel. He tries to send it back out in front. It deflects off Bryson, and KU collects once more. Good stick from Connor Dahl in the neutral zone. Jars that puck free. Now KU on the attack once more. Blake Bowerly holds, shoots, and it's a save. On the rebound chance, another stop by Wernley. Now just 2 saves away from an even 1,300 in his career with the Mavericks is Kyle Wernley. And here it might come. Woolington makes a move around Barnes, couldn't get it on net. Hunsaker played it to Bradley, he couldn't get it out. Now he picks it up off the back of another KU defender. Bradley dumps it all the way down, and a race for the puck ensues. Barrett wins that one, getting it over to Charlie Casey. Back down to Bradley below the zone. Bradley from behind the net tried to get it out to Casey. It got lost in his skates, and Kansas takes it. Shea picks it up at the point and dumps it back down. Omaha will go for a line change as Kansas gets a chance to break out of their own zone. They get it as far as neutral before Barnes is quickly back on it. He tries dumping it down. It's intercepted by KU, and here they come. Out with it, it's Tyler Nelson. Nice. Nelson curls along the top of the circles, makes a move around 3 or 4 Mavericks before giving it to the point with a shot, and Wernley makes the save. His 1,300th save as a Maverick. And coming up here at the 6-minute mark of the period, Wernley will now have played 2,000 minutes for the ACHA Division III Omaha Mavericks. Kyle Wernley, a mainstay in between the pipes for Omaha as Barnes keeps it in the zone. Errant pass by the Mavericks, and it's forced back out to neutral. Mann bodied out the puck by Nelson. It's 2-on-2 on the rush. Nelson to the far side wall. Gives it down low to Feeney. Feeney below the red line. Looks to the point. Gets it out. Quick shot. Deflected off of Mercier's pads, and it springs free. Oh, Mercier was just tied up by Gavin Wasmuth, or he was loose on a breakaway for the Mavericks. Wasmuth still on the puck for Kansas. Bodied away by Mercier. Here comes Andrew Kozel. Kozel has Kane with him, gives it over. Poke checked away by Blake Hearn. Down low into the corner, it's Colton Kane. Kane along the near side, stops, tries to feed it out. It gets to Despirito, who takes a drive, and that one shin padded aside by Wasmuth. Down low, Logan Mercier gives it to Kane. Behind the cage, Colton Kane, pressured by 2 Jayhawks, now gets it to the point. That pass tipped and intercepted. Out with it comes Aiden Siddons. Siddons has his brother waiting in the slot. Tried to get it to him. It goes behind the cage. Back out to Siddons. That's Aiden. And it's intercepted. What a poke check from Wernley. Freeing it up to Mercier, who gives it right back to Brett Siddons. Over to Blake Hearn on the point. Shot that one wide right of the cage. Back out and around. It's played down low to Feeney. Feeney leaves it for Aiden Siddons. It goes across the point, across the blue line, and a shot blocked there by Despirito. Picked up by the freshman Aiden Siddons. He's bodied along the wall by Colton Kane, leaves it for Brett. Brett Siddons' shot goes into the skates of Kozel, who comes out of the zone with it for Omaha. Andrew Kozel, all by himself, takes a shot. That one off the pad, saved by Bryson. Glove back down and sent out of the zone by the Jayhawks. Caleb Williams gets to it and rings it around the wall. Sebastian Cassiopo meets it. Cassiopo skates behind the cage, gives it to Williams. Poke checked free by Hassenpuck. And it's played on ahead. Here's Tyler Nelson. Has a man with him. Decides to keep it. Tries to dance around Hunsaker, and it's played off of his stick. Now a big hit comes from the point from Johnson, freeing Hunsaker up. Now another one delivered the other way by Troy. The puck played out into the front of the net. Couple of shots there from the Jayhawks. Wernley's there to say no. It's played along the near side wall. Back out to the point for Nessa. Nessa has it blocked by his own man. That's Hassenpunch in front of the net. Hunsaker finally gets to that puck for Omaha and sends it all the way down. Long stretch pass sends it right back up. Hassenpush out of Duisburg, Germany. Centers it for Nelson. Nelson with one hand on the stick, pinned up against the wall. 2 from each side come together. And now the battle leaks out to the near side. Man frees it up to Fories, who was looking for Shea, passed too far for his stick, taken quickly back into the zone for Kansas by Hassenpuck. The scrum ensues behind the red line. Out with it, Troy Hunsaker. Leaves it up for Charlie Shea. Shea and Fories, 2-on-1. Shea shoots. Save made by Bryson. The rebound chance was knocked down by Shea, but he couldn't get a stick on it. And KU will regroup behind their own net with an even 10 minutes to go in the period. The pressure comes from Charlie Shea. Kansas forced to vacate the area behind their goal crease. Mason Beth, pressure in the neutral zone. Can't stay on it. Nelson brings it back in. Checked off the puck by Fories, and Beth starts with it once more. Gives it up to Kane. He redirects it all the way down. Waiting for reinforcements in the corner, but the pass was intercepted. Out with it is Luke Lamb. He brings it into the offensive zone once more for Kansas. Kept in at the line by Wasmuth, and Kyle is forced to dive on that. 10 minutes, 39 seconds into the first. Defensive zone draw won by the Mavericks. Colton Kane brings that one into the offensive zone. Kane dumped it down, now picks it up, trying to find Williams at the point. Splits the defense, and Wernley has to track it all the way back behind his own net. Now Eddie Patchen tried to send a long pass up for Mercier. Mercier couldn't control it. It goes all the way down below the Kansas red line, but they get it back out. Williams retreats to his own end. Redirected into the zone by Dahl. Mercier finally picks that up. Dahl into the offensive zone. Spins back to Mercier. Couldn't get a shot away. Great defense there by the Jayhawks. Poked his way free. A quick shot by Kozel. That one ramps off the stick of Breyer for the Jayhawks. Stays in play. I thought it might have hit the netting. It goes to the near side wall. KU looking for a chance to break. Breyer feeds that one on up ahead for Fisher. Cassiopo came screaming in. Fisher able to collect the puck once more. Given at the line to Bowerly. Intercepted by the Mavericks. Williams got to be careful with that puck along the bench area, as Omaha could have been caught out for too many men there. They keep possession as Charlie Casey sends one off the boards to Fories. Fories leaves it for Cassiopo. He couldn't get a stick on it, and it goes into the corner. Great defense from Feeney as Casey picks it back up, carries towards the crease. It's loose. Cassiopo with a shot. A scrum right in front of the cage, right on top of Duke Bryson as he makes the save and holds on. Duke Bryson played for the Clifton Park Dynamo, or CP Dynamo as they're known to, in New York, but most of his playing days were spent with Monument Hockey Academy just north of Colorado Springs, Colorado. He's made all 6 saves that have came his way tonight. And Fories dumps that puck down towards Bryson. Kansas started out with it, but man able to intercept. Aiden Siddons able to keep that one. Rings it around the wall to John Feeney. Feeney back on the puck for Kansas. Pivots once. Now backhand to forehand. He gives it to Brett Siddons. Brett Siddons behind the net. Looks for Feeney. Tipped away by Shea out to the point. Back down low for Feeney. Pass deflected by Hunsaker. Feeney still on the puck. It's back out to the point for Roberts. Roberts over to his partner Hearn. Shouldered away by Wernley. Still on the puck. It's Aiden Siddons. He's bodied off of it by Shea. Great defense by the Mavericks. Staying strong and now out with it. And potentially on an odd man rush is Barnes. He shoots and scores! It's in! And Omaha takes a 1-0 lead. Welcome back, Ben Barnes. Hasn't played a lick of ACHA hockey since September 27th against Dallas Baptist. That was when he recorded his first career assist as a Maverick, and now he's on the board with his first ever goal, giving Omaha a 1-0 lead. 6 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the first. What a shot. Just carried that one right into the zone, beating Bryson high blocker side. And at 13:25, Ben Barnes has only played in 4 games all season before this one. Never scored a goal. Gets on the board first for Omaha. Quickly back on the attack were the Mavericks, but the pass too far for Fories, and it goes for icing. Barnes appeared in just 6 games last season, all on defense. Didn't get a chance to show off that impressive shot he has, as we just learned of it. About 14 seconds ago. Offensive zone faceoff, and Hunsaker tries to spring his forwards free once more. That one touched up by Luke Nessa and will go for icing again. Back behind us on the main ice here at Baxter Arena, we've got volleyball on the floor. Omaha taking on South Dakota. It's senior night tomorrow at 7 p.m. The Mavericks currently second in the Summit League with just 2 games to play. They've swept each of their last 3 contests. Omaha on an odd man rush once more. It's Shea trying to find Fories. Gets it there on the second effort, but it's intercepted by the Jayhawks. Out with it comes Nelson. Couldn't clear his own zone. Picked up the rest of the way by Woolington. He carries it over the line. Played off the puck by Shea. Charlie Shea's been playing hard today. Pass out to the point. Nessa takes a shot. Padded and gloved by Wernley. Out in Tempe, Arizona, the Division I Mavericks of the NCAA variety trying to snap a 6-game losing streak. They're tied 2-2 with Arizona State. There's about 12 minutes left to go in that matchup. We'll keep you posted there as the Division III ACHA Mavericks win the draw on their own end. Colton Kane carries it up, gives it to Mercier, who takes it over the line. Mercier crunched up against the wall, gives it down low to Kane. Looking back for Mercier, he tried to redirect it. Strong sticks by the Jayhawks in front of their own net, and it's played out to the point. Mason Beff keeps it in, dumps it around the wall, intercepted by Kane. Fakes off one man, shoots wide right. It goes behind the cage where Mercier picks it up. Tries to send it back out in front. Kozel with a shot. That one trickles off of his stick as Wasmith was there to deflect it. Pass back out to Kozel. High slot, takes a shot. Maybe looking for a tip there. Mavericks building a lot of pressure here. Mercier again, takes a shot. That one deflected by the defense. Kane looking for his men out in front of the net. Kansas able to deflect that pass and take it the other way. Here comes Nelson. Shoulders off Beff. Makes a move around Kozel. Spins towards the front. Never got to his man. Kansas dumps it down lower into the zone where Kozel will touch up and will get a holding penalty on the Mavericks. So at 5:15:26 of the first, it's Mason Beff, the freshman out of Hastings, Minnesota. He's off for holding, and Kansas first to the power play today. Brett Siddons tries to find Nelson. It's intercepted by Fories, who dumps it out to center. Gloved down by Wasmith. Excuse me, that's Duso, but was touched up by another Jayhawk. So we'll have a hand pass. And our officials tell us this one goes all the way down to the Jayhawk end. Just 13 seconds into Kansas's first man advantage of the game. They're just 2 for 21 on the power play this season, good for 9.5%. Out of his own zone, it's Brett Siddons trying to improve that percentage. Along the near side, curls around Wernley. Acted like he took a stick up high as he loops around once more. Shea deflects a pass that was headed for Duso, and it's out to neutral ice. Quickly back onto the stick of Siddons. Catches the Mavs flat-footed as he skates into the slot. Deflected there by Barnes. Hunsaker plays it back to him, and Ben Barnes clears the zone. Duke Bryson leaves the puck there for his defense with an even minute remaining on their first power play chance of the game. Nelson tried to bring it back in, lost it in his skates, picked up by Duso along the blue line. He carries it in further. Shuttled along by Aiden Siddons. He's on the puck once more. Kicked away by Mercier along the near side wall. Played down lower into the zone to Barnes. Now back to Mercier, who sends it all the way down with 35 on the Beth penalty for holding. Pass intercepted by Bryce off the stick of Bryson, excuse me. And Kozel nearly had the Mavericks' second goal of the game on the penalty kill. Carrying it back into the zone for Kansas is Duso. Duso to Aiden Siddons. Wernley grabs that one off the ricochet from the wall and covers. Back down to that clearance. Kozel doing a great job on the penalty kill forecheck. Duke Bryson was waiting in the corner to make a pass. Kozel played it right off of his stick, took a shot that hit the pipe, and we play on with 20 seconds remaining in the Kansas power play. Taking it at the point is Johnson, giving down low to Feeney. Ramped off the stick of Kozel. Not out, though, says the linesman. Played down low. Picked up there by Fisher. Back out to the point for Johnson. He takes a shot, patted away by Wernley. Omaha back to full strength as Feeney takes a shot. That one blocked by Fories. Feeney still on it. Whiffs on a chance. Now Mercier comes out with it. Mercier, Casey, and Kozel, but the KU defense gets back and a shot goes off the shin pads of another Jayhawk defender. Back the other way with it. Here comes Luke Lamb. Lamb takes a hit. Frees up the puck to Williams, who sends it down low to the KU zone. Kansas switches ice to the far side. Streaking up the ice with it now, Blake Bowerly. Bowerly gives over across to Lamb. Stick saved by Wernley. Bowerly, shot, blocker save, Wernley. Down into the near side corner with 1:45 to go in the first. Casey frees the puck up from Lamb. It's played out to the point. Cassiopo pressures there and frees the puck up to neutral. Spinning and sending it shallowly into the zone was Blake Hearn. It's freed up in the neutral zone, and Mann takes it back in for Omaha. Shot wide left of the cage. Kansas out with it. Stick lift by Chase Mann. Now he pivots again before giving it to Caleb Williams with 1:15. Williams off the wall to Mann. Cross ice to Fories. A bouncing puck. He couldn't settle it down. Kansas dumps it back down below the red line. In their defensive zone, it's Troy Hunsaker. Looking for a long stretch pass ahead to Fories. Deflected by the defenseman, Travis Breyer, and KU back on the puck. Bowerly gets to that one and dumps it in. They'll go for a line change with 43 in the first. As Barnes lifts that one off the glass. Roberts couldn't control it along the blue line. Shea on the forecheck. He gets taken down. Pass freed up to Hassenpush. Hassenpush was looking to get it to do so. A body check at center ice frees it up. Now Barnes at the red line. Barnes brings it down the near side. Takes another shot. That one high of the cage of Duke Bryson. Kozel collects at the red line. The blue line, and dumps it below the red. Kansas finally does get that one out of their zone, but it'll go too far, rolling to an icing with an even 3 seconds remaining in period one. Out in the desert, it's still a 2-2 game as we near 6 minutes remaining between the NCAA Mavericks and the Sun Devils of ASU. Quick shot off the draw by Hunsaker. They had put him in there as a centerman for that draw. He was deflected by his opposite, Tyler Nelson, and that's how our first period ends. One goal from Barnes. That's all that shows on the board as the Mavericks lead 1-0 after one. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to the UNOA-CHA Mavericks on YouTube. We'll be back. kill as KU could not capitalize on the Mason Beff holding penalty earlier on. We got a final for you from Arizona before the puck drops here. Omaha was able to get a late tally with just about 3 minutes left and sealed it with an empty netter to take a 4-2 victory over Arizona State. That's NCAA Division I. We're ACHA Division III here. Both of those schools started as ACHA clubs, but Charlie Shea brings it in for the Mavericks of this team, this ACHA hockey team. Omaha, of course, made the jump from club to NCAA in 1997, thanks to big help from Mike Kemp. Arizona State made that same jump in 2014 as a shot off the point from this iteration of the Club Mavericks deflected down, and Kansas gains possession in its own end. Tyler Nelson shovels it to himself with a glove. Nelson over the blue line has it poked off of his stick directly onto that of Gavin Davis. Back to Nelson behind the net as he curls around, looking to the point for Malcolm Johnson. Johnson dumps it down low to Wollington. Wollington tries to carry to the slot. Barnes intercepts there, rings it off the glass and out of the zone. Picking it back up at neutral, it's Johnson. He sends it towards the net of Wernley, who chops it down, and Omaha takes possession. An errant pass by the Jayhawks. That one just trickles over the line. That newly resurfaced ice is quite a lot slicker than that of a chewed up ice about 2 minutes left in a period. Whistle blown, and we get a neutral zone face-off just a minute 13 into the second. Kansas wins the draw, brings it in. Aiden Siddons tries to dance around. Now passes on the backhand to the point. Shot deflected. Out with it comes Barrett Bradley. Bradley tracked down by Luke Nessa, and he's forced to dump it. It redirects awkwardly off the back wall, and nearly getting a chance on that was Sebastian Cassiopo. But Kansas takes possession along the near side wall. Intercepted pass by Cassiopo. Gets stuck in a puddle. And possession loose in the neutral zone. A hit jars the puck loose. Out with it comes Connor Dahl. Dahl, stick pressure from the defense. Play back out to the point. A shot goes wide right of Duke Bryson. Pass sent on ahead through almost everybody's sticks and skates, and Omaha takes it out of their own zone. Colton Kane looking for Mercier. He can't control it. It's back on the stick of Kane as he carries over. Winds up, takes a shot, and Bryson saw that all the way into his glove. He holds 2 minutes, 20 seconds into the second in a 1-0 game. Faceoff comes to the right of the freshman netminder out of Monument, Colorado. The draw won by his defenders. They can't get it out of the zone, though, as Kozel forces it back in for Omaha. Kane takes it in the corner. Gives on the backhand to Mercier as the Mavs start the cycle. Back down low to Kane. Pinched along the wall there by Jackson Fisher. Coming out with a puck and curling, trying to redirect his motion, but it's played off the puck by Mercier. Dussault steals it right back away, and now a race for the puck. It's won by Hasenpuk. Hasenpuk takes a shot. That one looks like it redirected up into the netting. No, it's a... Unsure of the call there, but the puck out for a center ice face-off, a whistle blown, and a shot right off the draw, saved by Wernley. It wasn't icing. We couldn't hear the whistle from where we're standing. but the icing was called in error, so instead of going all the way down to the Kansas zone, it was a draw at neutral ice. Duso kept that one in at the blue line for the Jayhawks. Intercepted off of his stick by Mann. Dumped down into the Kansas zone. Quickly sent back the other way by Duso. Mann on the puck. Tried to get it to neutral ice. It's intercepted by Fisher. Carries across the top of the zone. Sends it into Wernley, who gloves it and holds with 16:19 in the second. Jayhawk football recently got a big win over Iowa State, 45-36 at Arrowhead Stadium, just about 3 hours down the road from here. Tomorrow night, they'll be playing BYU, ranked number 7 in the country. And that one starts at 9:15, a late one for this Jayhawk crowd. Luckily, we'll be done mid-afternoon as Mercier takes it over the line. Tried to give to Kozel, too far for his stick. Kansas tried to clear. Hunsaker keeps it in at the line. Poked free from him by Zach Roberts, who deflects it off the glass. On up ahead to Nick Wollington. Wollington free to the puck by Kane, who starts back the other way with it for Omaha. Has to curl in his own end as he gets met by the Jayhawk forecheck, but does clear out to center ice. Mercier sent that one off of Blake Hearn, who awkwardly went down in front of the Jayhawk bench. Out of their own zone, it's the Mavericks. Here's Hunsaker. Over the blue line, dances around a defender, walks right in front, and put the shot on Bryson. Couldn't get much on it as he split the D. Bryson forced to cover up and hold. Draw won by KU. Out of their own zone, it's Aiden Siddons. Siddons carries it down across one blue line and over the next. Pressured there and loosed of the puck by Barrett Bradley, who sends it all the way down to the corner. It'll go for an icing as Malcolm Johnson, the sophomore out of Edina, Minnesota, touches up for an icing. Draw to the right of Kyle Wernley. Quick shot from it. That one never found the stick of Blake Bowerly. Otherwise, it would have been trouble for the Maverick defense. Aiden Siddons out to the point for Johnson. Johnson takes a shot. Tried to get through a body or two. Wernley was able to see that and make the stop. Another score has just gone final around the Omaha area as the Lancers of the USHL fell by a score of 4-1 tonight to the Sioux Falls Stampede. Omaha will head up to Sioux Falls for the second half of the home and home series tomorrow night. Tomorrow day, we've got more hockey in Omaha, though, as at 1:30 we'll be back for the series finale between Kansas and Omaha. Here come the Mavericks again. Shea tried to bring that one over the line, pressured right as he brought it in by Johnson. Out from left to right here in the second come the Jayhawks in those New York Ranger style uniforms, making Blake Hearn out of Orchard Park, New York, very happy. Takes a shot. That's Aiden Siddons. It rings off the shin pads of Despirito. Johnson brings it back in for the Jayhawks, plays it down to the corner for Siddons. Pressured off the puck by Barnes. Omaha finally gains possession in its own zone. Voorhees flicks that one high and deep, too far, and it goes for another icing. It's a one-goal game. We're not even halfway through it, but Omaha looks like they've gotten into a shell of themselves. They need to start breaking this puck out more, getting some good sustained pressure in the offensive zone. as that is something we saw more of in the first and less of here 7 minutes through the second. Charlie Shea delivers a hit that frees the puck up, and Omaha takes it out of their own end. From right to left, here comes Shea. Shea along the near side, centers it back out in front. Out to the point for Williams. He dumps it back down to the far side. Picked up there by the defenseman Nessa. He gets it on up to Hashenpush. He's got Fisher with him. Hashenpush sends a shot on, and it's covered up by Wernley. That's Samuel Hassenpush out of Duisburg, Germany, played for Nesser EV up until last season. Got his first assist in Game 1 against Dort on October the 18th, and followed that with his first goal against Washington University of St. Louis a week later. That's Hassenpush out of Germany. Luke Lamb, free to the puck by Kozel. 2-on-2 on the break. Kozel brings it over to the line, gives it to Mercier, ramps off of his stick, and they have to take it below the red line. Kozel tried to find Kane. It's intercepted by the Jayhawks. Kane quickly retrieves it, bringing it back down the other way for Mercier. Mercier couldn't keep it. Played up by Luke Lamb. Lamb along the hash mark, switches ice to Hassenpush. Hassenpush gets it out to center where it's picked up again by Lamb. Lamb tries to dance around Williams, chooses a hit over the puck, and Kozel takes it back for Omaha. Mercier was waiting for it, but a good intercept by Roberts halts the Omaha attack, and Kane sends that one up into the near side netting. All along, these happy Maverick fans here for another iteration of ACHA Hockey After Dark. This of the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Association, one of 6 conferences in ACHA D3. There are also 17 independent schools who call the Division III their home league. Omaha gains possession in the offensive zone. Forey's behind the cage. Poke checked off the puck by Breyer. Back onto it for a moment, but it's ramped off of a stick by Wellington and out to center. Barnes dumps it in on the backhand. Shea delivers a hit, and the puck is freed back out to their own zone for the Mavericks. Man taken down. That's Chase Man, not a man. But Omaha able to get the puck into the offensive zone, and now Forey's with it. Gloves it down, picks it up. KU gets there and sweeps it on forward ahead for Nick Wellington. Wellington out of Gardner, Kansas. Body check behind the net as Omaha gets the puck out of their own zone once more. Played back to the defenseman Travis Breyer, who quickly turns it ahead for Nelson. Too far for his stick as the teams ping-pong it back and forth. Omaha sends it down below their offensive red line and head in on the attack. Cassiopo gets it to the slot for Dahl. It was poke checked free by Davis. Out with it, Roberts looking for Davis. Intercepted. Barnes up to Cassiopo. Cassiopo to Casey. Casey on the backhand. A glove save from Bryson. When he pivoted onto the backhand, I didn't think he was going to be able to get a lot on that. That was a laser. Right into the catching mitt of Duke Bryson, who holds with an even 11 minutes remaining in the second period. Defensive zone draw won by KU. They clear it out of their own zone, but Omaha gains possession in the middle. Starting with it, it's DeSpirito looking for Charlie Casey. It ramps off of his stick into the Maverick bench. Lucky it didn't hit anyone in the Maverick bench, including second-year head coach Nick Harrahill. Harrahill made it back just in time for the ETBU game last weekend, as he holds a record of 21, 19, and 4 about halfway through his second season as head coach of the Mavericks. Quick shot from Dahl. That one gloved away by Bryson. We'll get a whistle to his left with a face-off draw. Kozel and Aiden Siddons in for the Mavericks and Jayhawks respectively. It's won by Siddons. Planned play goes out to Feeney in the neutral zone. He was looking for the opposite winger, Bowerly, but he couldn't catch up to the pass. Now out to the blue line, but kept in at the line by the Jayhawks. Feeney dumps it down low to Bowerly. Bowerly looks for a pass across ice to Feeney. Feeney along the far side, up to the point. Quick shot. Pad save, Wernley. Feeney down low this time. Gets it to Aiden Siddons. Back out to the point for Hearn. Hearn across to Johnson, who sends it in. Deflected away by the Mavericks, and out with it comes Kozel. Kozel brings it over the blue line, takes a shot. It's deflected by Hearn. Along the far side, kept in at the line momentarily. Sent screaming down the ice by Bowerly. And we'll go for an icing with 9 minutes, 30 seconds as we've just crossed the halfway point of Game 1 here between Kansas and Omaha. Since the Mavericks joined the ACHA in the 2021-22 season, they have met with the Jayhawks 6 times. Kansas owns the all-time series record with 5 wins, no losses, but 1 overtime loss, as Omaha was finally able to get a hold of the Jayhawks in their last game last season. Bryson gets a hold of that point shot from Williams and holds on for another whistle. Omaha wins the draw on the attack. Williams sent it over to Beth, who sent it down low for Shea. Battled with a couple of Jayhawks. It's freed off of his stick. But staying with it is Charlie Shea, providing pressure and forcing Duso to flip the ice before getting it up to Hassenpush. Hassenpush tried to bring it over the line, but offside was Luke Lamb. Lamb, the freshman out of Plymouth, Minnesota, played for the Wayzata Trojans of the Minnesota State High School League. He'll stay on the ice for this neutral zone faceoff alongside Jackson Fisher and Samuel Hassenpush. Duso sends that one into the offensive zone for Kansas, and on net, Wernley forced to make a stop. The ensuing breakout pass hit up into the netting, and we'll get an offensive zone draw for the Jayhawks with 8:51 to go in the second. Draw one back to Fisher. He took a shot. It was deflected out in front. Back down low, it's Luke Lamb. Stops behind the cage. Giving it out to the point for Duso. Too far for his stick. And the Jayhawk comes sprinting back. Forey's with them on the attack for Omaha. Kansas able to sweep that one ahead into neutral ice. Intercepted by the Mavericks as they got into their own zone. And now the Jayhawks recollect. A dump try from Fisher, deflected by Hunsaker, and Omaha starts the breakout on the far side wall. Errant pass as Fisher sends it back down opposite corner. To the near side, and up at the point, it's Wasmuth. Wasmuth plays it down low. Curling around was Luke Lamb. He plays it even lower to Hassenpush below the red line. Played off the puck by Hunsaker. He's in the corner, tries to steer that one up to the point. It's kept in at the line by Wasmuth. He dumps it down low to Hassenpush. Played out in front to Lamb. Out to the point again for Wasmuth. Down low, it's too far for Hassenpush, and Omaha decides to send it the length of the ice. Foot race there. Momentarily, it looked like Shea might outrun Gavin Wasmuth of the Jayhawks, but there's only 200 feet from end wall to end wall, and just not enough space for the fastest Maverick skater to outrun one of the faster Jayhawk defenders. So it goes for an icing. 7:28 to go in the second. KU takes a quick shot off the draw, right into the breadbasket of Kyle Wernley off the stick of Gavin Davis. Davis, 3 points in his last 3 games for the Jayhawks, 2 goals and an assist, coming in 2 games against Dallas Baptist and the second game against Arkansas. As KU starting to find their footing this season. We mentioned 6 straight losses to start the year, won their last 5 out of 6 coming into this matchup as Omaha plays it down low. Mercier battling with Luke Nessa out of Waconia, Minnesota. Nessa wins that battle, gets it out along the far side wall where it's intercepted at the neutral zone by Ben Barnes. He dumps it all the way back down low where it's played by Nessa once more. Looking for Nelson of the Jayhawks. There was a deflection somewhere in the middle of the ice, so no icing was called. Barnes tried to play that one up the far side. Finally getting it out is Andrew Kozel. Kozel got help along the near side. He takes a shot and it's in! Andrew Kozel! Welcome back! As joining the list of Mavericks missing games, coming back and putting the puck in the back of the net. Getting a tap on the helmet from Coach Harrahill there is the goal scorer, Andrew Kozel, as it's 2-1 Mavericks. 2-0 Mavericks, excuse me. So at 13:32 of the second, Kozel extends the Maverick lead to 2 with his team leading 9th goal of the season. KU on the attack, now down 2-0. It's into the far side corner as Beth tried to play that one around to the near side for DeSpirito, finally getting there and getting it to Bradley. It's played out of the zone as Cassiopo brings it ahead. Charlie Casey picks that one up behind the cage, tried to center it. It's out to DeSpirito at the point. He takes a shot. It's deflected a couple of times. Bryson, surprised by that one, he covers with 5:43 to go in the second. Kozel now in his 52nd game as a Maverick, 1 goal shy of 50 career. He's got 79 points through 4 seasons with these ACHA Mavs as KU clears its own zone. DeSpirito to Cassiopo, who dumps it in for Barrett Bradley along the far side. Bradley with a shot from the wall. That one patted away by Bryson. KU takes the puck behind Bryson. Now starts out with the rush. It's deflected right off the chest of Barrett Bradley, who takes a shot. That one patted away. Back the other way comes KU. Aiden Siddons over the blue line. Switches up. Takes a shot. It bounces off the skate of Charlie Shea. Malcolm Johnson now. Played off of his stick. Omaha out with it. Shea rushing ahead. Takes a shot. Pad save Bryson. Into the corner where Fories collects for the Mavs. Along the blue line. Over to Beff. He takes a shot. That's Patchen, excuse me. Firing a wrister. And Bryson comes up with the glove. Draw in the offensive zone for the Mavericks to the left of the goaltender Bryson for Kansas. And his defenders win the draw. Out in front of him is the Jayhawks start the rush from left to right. Ward pass off the wall. Luke Lamb with Hassenpuck. Hassenpuck takes a shot and it's saved by Wernley with the stick. Man, couldn't get it out. Wound up shot by Dussault at the point. That one never saw Wernley, as blocking it down in front was Beth. Kept along the blue line by Hearn. Hearn over to Dussault. Dussault takes a shot blocker to back behind the net by Wernley. Picked up again by Fisher. Out to the point. Dussault across to Hearn. Back looking for the opposite side circle. Played off of a couple of Maverick defenders. Hearn finally catches up to that one. Carries below the red line. Back out front to Hassenpuck, and he scores. Pressure kept building and building for the Jayhawks on that offensive chance. Tons of shots that never found their way to the net. Finally, Hassenpuck got freed up along the near side, walked in, and beat Wernley low to the glove side. Woolington dumps it back into the offensive zone for the Jayhawks. It's picked up there by Kozel, the most recent goal scorer for the Mavs. Give and go from Mercier back to Kozel, who carries over the offensive blue line. Tried to leave it down low for Kane, intercepted by Roberts. Kozel does a great job tracking that puck back. Tried to give it to Kane once more, intercepted by Roberts once more. Out to the blue line where Barnes keeps it in with a glove. Sent back along the opposite side wall. It's picked up by Gavin Davis. He couldn't get it out as Kozel with a hit. Takes a shot wide left. Picking up his own rebound, giving it back to Kane. Passes down below the net for Mercier. It ramps off of his stick, and Davis starts it out for the Jayhawks. Picked up by Roberts in his own zone, as Omaha did a good job getting that one back in. Flicked airborne up and out of his own end, but Mavericks take it back. Quick shot by Dahl as he walked over the blue line, and it goes into the glove of Duke Bryson, who holds with 2:31 to go in a 2-1 game. For Samuel Hassenpuck, that's his 6th goal in just 9 games played to start his career with the Jayhawks. As the Mavericks win the draw in the offensive zone, but couldn't get it back to a defenseman, it splits them, and they'll have to regroup in their own zone. Despirito looking for Cassiopo. Couldn't keep his stick on it, but Dahl wins the race to negate icing. Dahl to Bradley. Tried to tuck it in the far side post. Couldn't beat the pipe. Bradley now spins it towards the middle. Intercepted there by Wasmuth. Wasmuth dumps it down and tracks his own carry. Omaha intercepts there. Cassiopo hard on the puck. Able to keep it and somehow dump that one into the offensive zone for Omaha. Quickly back out with it was Wasmuth. The Mavericks send it back the other way with just 1:30 left in the second. Stick lift at the red line by Despirito prevented Feeney from getting the puck, and Omaha gains possession again. In their own zone, it's Despirito to Beth. Up the near side wall for Shea. Too far for him. Aiden Siddons picks it off. Tried to send it ahead. It was intercepted, and here come the Mavericks once more. Charlie Shea couldn't keep the puck over the blue line as we near 1 minute left in the second period. Kansas gets the puck into their own zone. Nearly got themselves with too many men, as there are 6 Jayhawks out of there. None of them touch the puck. So we don't have any too many men violations as Omaha with possession. Played off the puck in their offensive zone. Kansas takes it back the other way. Siddons to Hassenpuck, the only goal scorer for the Jayhawks so far. Omaha up the near side wall, does get that one out of their own zone with 20 seconds to go. Long pass looking for someone up ice, but instead it went all the way down to Wernley. As with 15 seconds left, it's back out to the point. Quick shot from Hearn. Save made Wernley. Still loose in the slot. Scrambling there. Wound up. Clap bomb from Johnson, and it's saved again. Still loose there. Fisher takes a shot. Blocked by the defense. Another one from the corner as time expires. A flurry of shots in front of Kyle Wernley. He saves them all, and we head into the intermission. 2-1, Omaha leads. Caleb Williams gingerly skates back to the Maverick bench. As time has expired here in the second. A goal apiece after two, as the Mavericks continue to lead the Kansas Jayhawks by a score of 2-1. Omaha still waiting around their bench area as the two captains from either side have met to talk with the official. Chase Mann warning of potential butt-ending calls as the Mavericks finally vacate the ice for the second. We'll be back with you right after this for period number 3. You're listening to the UNO ACHA Mavericks on YouTube. Welcome back to the Holland Ice Center at Baxter Arena. Alongside Caden McDermott and Matt McFadden below, I'm Nate Obrecht up high here for the third period. The final set of 20 in Game 1 between Omaha and Kansas. The Mavericks jumped out to a 1-0 lead after one and quickly made that 2-0 with a goal by Andrew Kozel in the second. That came at 13:32 of the period, but just 3 minutes later, Samuel Hassenpush made it a 2-1 game as he netted his sixth goal for the Jayhawks. That gets us to where we are now, a 2-1 contest. We will remind you that the Mavericks have never beat the Jayhawks in regulation. It was a shootout victory that the Mavericks got from KU a season ago. Omaha carries it into the offensive zone. Shea with a shot that ramps off the stick of Bryson and up into the netting. We'll get a draw to the right of Duke Bryson, the freshman goaltender who's been playing very well for KU despite trailing in this game. According to the board totals here at the Holland Ice Center, he stopped 19 of 21 as Shea gets it out towards Voorhees in the slot. Too far for his stick. KU takes possession and gets it out of their own zone. Nearly a chance to extend the lead for Omaha as they take it back into the zone. Chase Mann leaves it behind the net where KU picks it up. Up along the near side wall, Barnes couldn't keep it, and Omaha takes it back into their own zone. From 40 to 50 as Hunsaker gives to Barnes. Send a pass up for Voorhees, who just redirects it into the KU zone before going off for a change. Nick Willington gets it as far as center ice before he dumps it back in on the backhand for the Jayhawks. Pressure coming from KU, but Mason Beth steers away from them and sends it all the way down where it goes on net of Bryson. Bradley picks it up behind the net. Tried to feed Dahl out front. It's picked up and taken the other way by the Jayhawks. Aiden Siddons gives it across, looking for Bowerly. He was pressured off the puck by Bradley. Siddons again, looking, shooting, deflected away by Beth. Down to the far side corner. Bowerly bodied off the puck. Beth picks it up for Omaha, getting it up to Bradley and out of their own zone. Good intercept from Aiden Siddons, playing it over to John Feeney, who retreats to his own zone, playing it back before it was given forward to Bowerly. The Jayhawks were scrambling there in the neutral zone, tried to send a cross-ice entry pass. It redirected off a stick and went up into the netting past the Maverick bench. We'll get a center ice face-off. 17:49 to play in the first. In the third, of the first game between Kansas and Omaha this season. KU couldn't connect on the pass as Breyer sends that one all the way down. It'll go for an icing. Looking around this anxious crowd, a lot of them have their heads down in between whistles, checking on the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight. Never in my lifetime did I dream that Mike Tyson would be fighting and I would be able to say something about it. And I surely don't think it'll happen again, so I'll let you know. Kansas takes that puck out of their own zone. Up ahead with it, kicked away by the defense. Williams got it up to Kane. Stops at the top of the circle, fires one in. It was shin padded away by Breyer. Picked up again by Fisher. Fisher can't get it out of his own zone as he's pressured by a couple of Mavericks. tries to switch ice. Too far for the stick of Hassenpush. Now it's sprung ahead. Hassenpush racing in. Wernley gets it away from him. To the far side corner, it's Fisher. Fisher collects there, tried to feed it down low again. No one was home on the pass, and Wernley covers for the whistle with 16:48 to go in the third. KU wins the draw. It's out to the point for Hearn. Makes a move around a man, takes a shot, and it's deflected by Forries to the opposite corner. Far side corner, it's Hunsaker on the rush for the Mavericks. Out to Charlie Shea, poked off of his stick. Hunsaker does a good job containing it for a moment as Omaha regains possession in the neutral zone. Trying the near side this time, Barnes to Forries, off of his stick and onto that of Zach Roberts for the Jayhawks. Barnes able to keep that one at the line as Roberts sent it up the near side wall. Omaha on the puck. Forries poke checked away. It leaks over the blue line. Barnes has to retrieve it at the red and dump it down. Kansas grabs it in their own zone with 16 minutes to play in the third. Errant pass. Barnes at the line. Winds up, shoots, and it's a glove save from Bryson. Both sides get fresh troops out there for the Mavericks. This game, then an afternoon one tomorrow, and then they're off for 2 weeks for the Thanksgiving break. They'd like to head into that break on a positive note after dropping their last game in overtime to East Texas Baptist. Barrett Bradley keeps that one in on the far side wall. It's retrieved by Malcolm Johnson, who starts up the near side, giving it to Bowerly. Bowerly flicks it up for John Feeney, who dumps it down into the Mavericks defensive zone where it's gathered by Rocco DeSpirito. DeSpirito, an all defenseman of the Midwest High School Hockey League, is a shot sent into another MSHL alum, Kyle Wernley, who makes the stick save. KU dumps it back down on the attack once more. Beth picks it up below the red line. It's intercepted there by Bowerly. Played off of his stick by Dahl. Gloved down and kept in the line by Johnson. High stick. The signal from the officials. Omaha touches up to negate it. Off the glass and out. Mason Beth finds Charlie Casey all the way down on the near side corner. He looked for a centering try. It went off the side of the net. KU grabs it, clears to center. Omaha on its own end. Barrett Bradley. Over to Eddie Patchen, who dumps it into the KU zone. Omaha with too many on the ice. One gets off, no violation. Eddie Patchen curls in the far side corner, sends it up the near side, shot from that wall, and it goes wide. A great try from Duso. Back below the red, picked up by Hassenpush. Couldn't find his point man, and it leaks over the blue line. Everybody has to touch up for the Jayhawks. With 14 minutes to go in the third, Omaha still leads 2-1. No goals yet to speak of in this frame. Hassenpush, the only goal scorer for the Jayhawks, tried to send one towards the net. It was deflected out. Now he brings it back in, 2 against 1. Hassenpush outman, takes a sharp-angled shot, and it goes wide of the cage. Kept in along the blue line. Dumped back into the near side corner where Hassenpush retrieves it once more. He's been everywhere for the Jayhawks tonight. Now he gets crunched up against the wall by a couple of Mavericks as a whistle blows. Cross-checking the call is Omaha back to the box for the second time tonight. And this time it's Colton Kane. .6:29 into the final period of Game 1, and Omaha takes its second penalty of the night. This a cross-check on Kane. Omaha recently extended their power play killing percentage to 68%, as they are now 41 of 60 penalties killed on the season. Defensive zone draw for the Jayhawks on the power play for the second time tonight, where they're 2 for 22 this season. Cross ice to the defenseman Zach Roberts. Couldn't get it to Feeney before it leaked over the blue line, and they take it all the way back down into their own zone. Nelson gives up to Roberts. Roberts ahead for Feeney into the far side corner. Back out to the point for Nelson, across ice to Duso. The two played together on Milwaukee Power as Duso shoots, and it's into the glove of Kyle Wernley, who holds with 80 seconds remaining on the penalty to Colton Kane. Nelson out of Pleasanton, California, and Duso out of Waukesha, Wisconsin met when they were playing for the Milwaukee Power of the NA3HL, that's North American Hockey League's third division, in the 2020-21 season. Duso keeps it into the line and gives over to Nelson. The Californian back to the Wisconsin. Nelson down low, tried to give it to Roberts. It was deflected away by a Maverick defender. Despirito getting his shin pads on that one, getting it up to Mercier, and all the way down as 50 seconds remain on the Jayhawks' second power play of the game. Out with it, Tyler Nelson. 1 against 4 as he shoots into the breadbasket of Wernley, who covers up again. 26 saves on the day for the senior netminder out of La Vista. Played his high school hockey days for the Fremont Flyers, just about 30 minutes north of here. As he chats with the official before this defensive zone face-off, Barnes on it for the Mavericks. Deflected off of a Jayhawk and kept in the zone. Mercier with it. Tries to send it along the boards. Kept in by Johnson. Sent it into the slot where Omaha gains possession once more. 22 seconds on the penalty to number 22, Colton Kane. Barnes below the red line of his own zone. Trying to find Hunsaker. Hunsaker picks it up on the near side, taking it back down to the corner. Pressured by Wollington. Now it's pinned up against the wall. 2 in for the Jayhawks. It's dug out by Fisher. He tries to center. No one's home. Barnes clears just as Kane comes out of the box. Colton Kane streaking down the ice. He's got the puck. He carries behind the net. Waits for reinforcements to get there. Gives it to Kozul, who takes a shot on the one time. And it goes wide left of the cage. Mercier along the near side. Gets it up to Barnes. Barnes sends it down low and around for Kozul in the far side corner. Andrew Kozul played off the puck momentarily, still able to get it down lower where Colton Kane had a chance for it, but so did a KU defender. Spinning off of Kozul's stick was Lamb. Now he gives it up. Give and go to Charlie Shea. That's Troy Hunsaker as he carries it into the offensive zone. Poke checked away from him. And now the Jayhawks come out with it. Wollington bodied off the puck hard by Hunsaker. The captain showing some physical leadership out there on the ice tonight. Mason Beth sends that one up ahead. Dahl grabs it just before the blue line and sends it the rest of the way into the attack zone for Omaha. Poke check from Cassiopo. But the Jayhawks are able to get it and send it all the way down. Wernley traps it and now has to hold as pressure was coming in the form of John Feeney, the junior out of Wheaton, Illinois. Feeney won a high school state championship with the Wheaton West Warriors in Illinois, and a shot from the point picked up by Siddons Omaha able to get to it and finally clear the ice. Oh, that one was tracking right along the blue line. And now the puck back into the defense zone once more. Dahl into the near side corner for Beff. He couldn't control it, and Bowerly digs it out. Out to the point, shot from there. Save made Wernley. Nessa fires that one back down into the corner. To Feeney. The Illinois state champion along the near side wall, out to the point for Roberts. Errant shot. I believe he was trying to shoot that. Never made its way to Wernley. Omaha gets to it and sends it out to center ice. Feeney was trying to leave that one. Beff clears it out once more. Rocco DeSpirito trying to find Fories. It's on net. Fories on the rebound. Another chance right there in front. It's man. He shoots and it goes high. My goodness, that puck was just sitting there not once, not twice, but 3 times. And Duke Bryson shut the door on all 3. Omaha back to full force 5. As they're 2 for 2 on the penalty kill tonight. 42 for 61 on the season. They get an offensive zone draw here with 9:04 to go in the game. Mann gets that puck for the Mavericks in the corner. Bodied off of it, leaves it for Fories. Played off of his stick by Wasmuth. Wasmuth couldn't keep it. Now regains possession and springs free Tyler Nelson. Nelson to do so. The chemistry noticeable out there on the ice between the longtime teammates. Nelson dances around a couple of Mavericks before losing the puck to Charlie Shea. Played out to the point and a shot goes in from Wasmuth. Too high, goes over the net. And another try. That one deflected off of his own player. Fories and Wollington collide there, getting their sticks and gloves entangled in each other's face masks. As Shea takes a shot from the hash marks. Save made Bryson. Penalty coming up. As we may see our first Jayhawk skate to the bench. The penalty bench, that is. 2 minutes for roughing. Omaha to the power play for the first time tonight. 9 minutes. And 50 seconds into the third. Kozel at the point. Tried to play it down low. It's intercepted. Here comes Hearn with it. On the backhand. Takes a shot. Wernley does his best to get back over as the slow rolling shot nearly trickled past him. That's Wollington in the box for roughing at 11:50. Kozel along the blue line. Played to the near side for Hunsaker. Mercier trying on the backhand to get it out. Blind pass intercepted by the Jayhawks and sent the length of the ice. Up with it is Mercier. Gives it to Hunsaker, who chest passes it into the zone. To the near side corner where a scrum ensues and the Jayhawks come out with it. Flicked all the way up and into the Kansas bench, where it'll go for a whistle. 58 seconds remain on the penalty given to Wollington. 7:08 remains in the game. Offensive zone faceoff won by the Jayhawks, kept in by the Mavericks. Great stick from Shea, getting it to Kane on the far side hash marks. Kane holds. Dahl tried to give back to Kane. It's cleared all the way down by the Jayhawks. If you're just rejoining us after watching the Paul Tyson fight, you've missed no goals scored. Omaha on the power play with 28 seconds. That fight has ended. We won't tell you who won in case some of you are saving that for later. Charlie Shea brings that one in on the attack, the near side wall. Tried to find the opposite point man, but heads up play by Dussault. Frees it up to Nelson, and the two are in. Nelson stops, gets in all alone to the slot. He airmails it high over the net. Omaha back on the puck. Just for a moment, Nelson tried to hightail it out of the offensive zone for some reason. It deflects off of his confused defenseman's skates and goes into the Maverick bench. .606 to play. It's a one-goal game. Omaha has led throughout. KU wins the draw and quickly dumps it back down into the offensive zone where Omaha gains possession. Barrett Bradley couldn't keep it. Hearn tried to shoot, deflected off the skates of Eddie Patchen, who gains possession below the red line. Bringing it up the far side wall to Cassiopo and out. Here come the Mavericks. Casey to Cassiopo. He takes a shot from the far side wall. That one never found its way to Bryson. Still on the puck, Cassiopo. Leaves it out in front for Bradley. Poke checked away by the netminder. All the way out to center ice, where it's picked up by John Feeney for the Jayhawks. Feeney across to Bowerly, who takes a shot high left of the net. Another shot from the point redirected wide by Feeney. Omaha gains possession in its own end. Barnes up to Cassiopo, who goes off for a change as Kansas gains possession in its own end once more. Grabbing that puck, Barrett Bradley leaving it for Charlie Casey, who takes a shot wide left of the cage. Out to the point for Hunsaker. Fakes a slap shot. Gets it poked away from him, and it leaks over the blue line. Here comes Bowerly, giving it to Aiden Siddons. Bowerly tried to find Siddons once more. He couldn't find anybody as the puck goes all the way down. Omaha did help it, and it'll be icing on the Mavericks with 4:49 to go. The draw comes out to the left of Kyle Wernley on the icing. It's won by the Jayhawks. Quick shot, and as a shot from the point was coming in from Nessa, the post was knocked off its moorings by Willington. We'll reset and get another draw from the exact same dot 5 seconds later. Again, it's won by the Jayhawks. KU this time just dumps it down as Johnson plays it to Dussault. Dussault along the far side. Out to the point for Nessa. Fakes a shot, sends Mercier sprawling. Fanned on a shot as Mercier got the poke check in there. Willington behind the net. Played off of it by Hunsaker, who starts out from left to right for Omaha. Holding a narrow 2-1 lead as Andrew Kozel, who has the second goal as of now, the game-winning one, or would be, plays it down to Logan Mercier. Out to Colton Kane. Too far for him. Here comes Dussault. Caleb Dussault on the backhand. Takes a shot right into the pads of Kyle Wernley, who covers up with his 34th save of the game. Nothing new, these high shot totals for senior Kyle Wernley. He made 50 saves at Notre Dame and a career high 66 saves in the Mavericks' first appearance in the Mid-American Collegiate Hockey Conference tournament back in 2024. Quick shot from Mann. Couldn't be gloved by Bryson. Another redirected chance from Fories. Chopped down by Johnson. Played out to center where Beth grabs it. Dumps it back in. Johnson met with pressure behind the net by the Mavericks. Left it there for Fisher. Up the near side wall for Luke Lamb. Lamb leaves it for Hassenpunch. Given down to Fisher, who's pinned up against the wall. As a penalty blows, the Mavericks touch up. Holding the call here. And actually, that one could have been blown dead sooner, as that call is going to go on the Jayhawks. Samuel Hassenpunch. 16:53 left. 16:53 elapsed, excuse me, as Hassenpunch goes off for holding. If his family over in Germany happens to be watching at 6:40 a.m. on a Saturday, God bless you. As Omaha back to the power play for the second time tonight, they're 0 for 1. KU now 16 of 19 on penalty kills this season, a percentage of over 83.3%. As another offensive zone draw on the man advantage for the Mavericks. It's won by KU. They'll clear it all the way down. Under 3 minutes to play as Wormley traps this one behind his own net. Kozel left that one in the near side corner. Mercier around to get it. Spins around one man, loses his footing, gets it up to Fories anyway. Camden Fories playing forward for the second straight game. Gives it out to Mercier in front. Shot high over the net. Still on the attack are the Mavericks. Fories out to the blue line for Mann. Takes a shot, tipped out in front by Mercier, and it goes high left. Dussault finally gets to it for the Jayhawks, giving it up ahead to Nelson. 1-on-3 is Tyler Nelson. Now he gets reinforcements. Sends it across to Dussault. Sauced right over his stick. He regains possession. Picked up by Hearn. He tried to send it back out to the middle, where it was intercepted by a Maverick. Up with it now is Rocco DeSpirito. DeSpirito in on the attack. Takes a shot. That one smothered by Duke Bryson. 50 seconds to go on the Mavericks' second power play of the game. 1:50 to go in game one. The Mavericks got out to a 1-0 lead. Kozel made it 2-0 midway through the second, but an answer from Samuel Hassenpunch made it 2-1, which is where we stand now, as a shot from the point covered by Bryson. Face off to the left of Bryson. Beff can't keep it in along the blue line. Played back to Connor Dahl. Dahl to DeSpirito. DeSpirito kicks it from skate to stick and brings it over. Tried to find Dahl. It leaks back across the blue line, and then on the attack, Luke Nessa tried to feed the middle. It's intercepted by Dahl, and he starts the other way with 15 seconds on the power play. Dump and chase method for Connor Dahl as he leaves it behind the cage for Colton Kane. Kane on the backhand, waiting for men to come help him. Mercier grabs it in the far side corner, passes back to the point for Barnes, who follows him down into that corner. Tried to send it around, but it was deflected by an official. KU grabs that one, sending it all the way back towards Wormley. Didn't need to touch up there, but he grabbed it looking to make a pass. 50 seconds to go in this dandy. Aiden Siddons across ice to Hearn. Takes a shot wide right. The Maverick and Jayhawk get tangled up there on the far side as the goal is empty on the Jayhawks' end. 30 seconds to play. Kansas Pulling all stops as Kozel intercepts in the neutral zone. Andrew Kozel dragged down as he tried to fire a backhand shot off. KU grabs it, takes it up the near side. It's Dussault trying to find Aiden Siddons. He didn't have his stick on the ice. Picked off by Blake Hearn. He retreats to his own end with 10. Hearn looking up ahead for Nelson, intercepted by Barnes. Barnes dumps it the rest of the way with 3 seconds and 2. Omaha gets their first win over KU in regulation. Wernley flips over the net in celebration and meets his teammates who come by to smother him. 34 saves on 35 shots for Kyle Wernley as the Mavericks skate away with a 2-1 victory in Game 1 over Kansas. The goal scorers for Omaha, if you forgot, Ben Barnes in the first, followed by Andrew Kozel in the second. A brief hiccup as Hassenpush put one behind the net later.